The next section is the tags section. This is where you can add tags to be attached to any of these documents. And there are a few options here for things that you might consider. So project name, for example, that's not always readily apparent from a Revit file name, depending on how it's been formatted. And that could be helpful as you're filtering through projects to use the common name that the people in your office know the project name by. Project number, again, not necessarily something that's always readily available in the Revit file name. The client, the market, other options of these might be the office that you are working in or the market region if you're doing region-based studies. For example, anything that's been designed or constructed in the Middle East versus the United States versus Europe. You might like to have the option to filter down by those types of categories. Really, these tags are used so that you can add additional information to any of your harvests that are not apparent or accessible in your Revit file, or things that you want to be able to filter down information by. From this menu, you're able to add a new tag by selecting that Add a New Tag icon. We might call this one Office, and this could be a text box. That's just a blank box similar to where I just typed in Office, where the person who is doing the harvest would type in the name of the office. As you probably are aware, that anything where you're typing in something that could lead to just, it's a little bit easier to make an error, like you might spell Boston incorrectly on accident and not catch it, and then whenever you're filtering for Boston office projects, that harvest might not come up if it was just typed in correctly. Another thing that you could do is a combo box. This allows you to add fields that would come up, and you'd be able to select those from a drop-down menu. So maybe we have some offices and we use some shorthand for what these are. So just thinking up cities at the top of my head: New York, Boston, Kansas City, Missouri, San Francisco. Maybe you spell out the whole word, maybe you use whatever is comfortable with your office. This is just an example, and then hit save. So this would allow, anytime that you are creating a new harvest, those tags would be available. We can go ahead and do that as part of this video too. So we're creating. Now Office is a part of what you're able to select when you're getting this model ready to pass through, and you'd be able to see this data once it's been harvested and filter down to any projects that have that Office tag. Again, Office is just an example. You're able to create any tags that are relevant for your processes.